let's go over a couple of questions that use rectangular prisms. So the first one is, what's the volume of an aquarium that measures 12 inches deep, 24 inches wide, and 18 inches tall? Well, the very first thing that I do is I just draw a picture. So I'm going to draw this aquarium. And again, if you want to know how to do this, I just draw two of the same shapes, and then I just connect the same points together. And then it's pretty close, looks pretty good. Okay, so here's our aquarium, and I want to label each of these things that they give me. So I'm going to highlight them first. So it's 12 inches deep, it's 24 inches wide, and 18 inches tall. I'm going to measure the 18 inches tall first because that one is crucial. We need to know. So those two little marks just say it's inches. So then the 12 and 24, well, this one looks longer, so I'm going to label it 24 inches. And this one I'm just going to write inches so you can see I can write it like this or like this. And then it's 12 inches deep. So that's this line right here. Okay. And so let me mark this one too. So this is the 24, and then the 18 is this one. Okay. So now I want to know what the volume is. And the equation for volume is just V is equal to length times width times the height. And again, you may see the equation as volume equals the area of the base times the height. These things are equivalent to each other. Okay, so the base is just the length times the width, and the height is the height. Okay, so let's go ahead and write down what each of these things are. And we can write right under here. So the length is 24, and you can get that from the question or the picture that you drew. And the width is 12, so we're going to multiply those together, and then the height is 18. All right, so now we need to multiply these things out. So 24 times 12 is, 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 2 is 4, 1 times 4 is 4, and 1 times 2 is 2. So then we get 288 for this piece, which is our base over here. So that's 288. That's our base, okay? And then we need to multiply that by 18, which is the height of our aquarium. Okay, 8 times 8 is 64. Again, 8 times 8 is 64, plus 6 is 70. And 2 times 8 is 16, plus 7 is 23. Okay, normally I count on my fingers to get that, that one. So tell me if I'm wrong. 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 8 again is 8, and 1 times 2 is 2. And now I've got 4, 8, 11, and 5. Okay, so 5,184, and this is going to be the same, times the 18, 5,184. Okay, and that's going to be, the units are going to be inches cubed, and this tells us we're working in 3 dimensions. Okay. All right, hopefully that is pretty straightforward. Now I'm going to take this same aquarium, and we're going to throw in a little bit of a twist here. So if we add water to the aquarium and it's filled to 2 inches below the top of the aquarium, what is the volume of the water? So let's draw this water in. So that means I'm going to fill up the water until it's just below the top of this aquarium. Okay, So in this case, it's going to be 2 inches lower. And this, it's very likely that you're going to get a problem like this. So what do you do? Right? So if the top of this is 18 and we want it 2 inches below that, then we want this to be 16 inches. Right? Because it's 18 minus 2 is 16 inches high. So the volume of the water is going to be a little bit lower than the volume of the aquarium. So again, let's go ahead. Volume equals length times width times height. Guess what didn't change? Our base, right? So the area of the base is still, go back up here, is still 288. Right? That's the area of our base right there, 288. So we can plug that in here. And then our height is now going to be 16 instead of 18. Oops. Oh no, that was right. 288 times, well, actually what I should really do is write this all out so you can see it. So this is going to be 24 times 12. I think I may have written this the other way, but it doesn't matter because of the commutative property. And so 16 instead of 18. So again, 24 times 12 is 288, and now we just have to figure out 288 times 16. 6 times 8 is 48. 48 for 9, 52. 2 times 6 is 12, and that's 17. 8, 8, and 2. 8. 8 and 8 is 8, and 8 is 16. 2, 3, 4. So 4608, which makes sense because it should be less than what we got before. And so this is going to be inches cubed. Okay, same thing over here, 4608 inches cubed. I hope this helps. Let me know if you want any more examples like this, and I'd be happy to do them. All right, I'll see you in the next one.